Show is our key driver of this afternoon's show.
Okay, everybody. We're here, we're live. Let me just make sure that everything is running as it should be running and we are good. welcome, everybody, to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is George Mokwena, I'm your host. And this, of course, is a special presentation on a Friday afternoon because we're watching the second game where Banyana Banyana is going to be playing Algeria, the second friendly. The first one was at Princess Makoko Stadium, and this one is at Kings Welletini Stadium, still in Durban, still at Tegwini. Let's see how they do from there. Now, just a reminder, Banyana Banyana, of course, have played Algeria before, which was the last match for both teams. 1-0 win for Banyana Banyana. But the overall record up to this point is 3 wins, a loss, and a draw. The game before the Algeria game was a 2-1 loss in the CAF Cup to Namibia. Then, of course, Algeria, their record is 3 wins, a draw, and a loss. Similar. Before they played Banyana Banyana, they beat Egypt twice, 3-2 in the most recent game and 3-0 in their first game versus Egypt on that side. Now, when it comes to records overall, these teams have met twice. And there's been a draw on the 23rd of February 2022, which was a 1-1 draw. And then, of course, Banyana Banyana beating Algeria just a couple of days ago. Now, Algeria, in terms of starting lineup, Ngazi in goal, Smits, Guilati, Kezami, Pelumu, Betty Dafoe, Braham, Butaleb, Ajabi, and Bendris as the starting lineup for Algeria. Then, Coach Des has made a lot of changes on the side of Banyana Banyana, with Swart coming into goal. We're still keeping Maponya there, Antonio Maponya, somebody who played last game. Then we've got Umhlongo coming in, but Udlamini makes a 50th cap. Now, last game, Reboni Chusa 100. Now, Udlamini is going to get her 50th cap. You've got Mukoma coming into the team, Uzondi coming into the team, Mtandi, who had an incredible second half for Banyana Banyana in the last game, coming in. Then we have Ulinda Mtalo staying in our number 10. Salgado makes it into the team, Magia, and Kasani finish up this game. The game, of course, is live on SABC Plus. SABC Plus, or you can go to the SABC Sports website. There is a live tab there. It is not live on the channels. It's not going to be on SABC 3 right now. It is all digital all the time. Okay. So, very interesting. Kaylin comes in. Of course, what Dlamini last time, one delay, had a bit of a knock after coming for a ball. I think it was concussion protocol, or not concussion protocol. It seems like she was having a little bit of an issue and had to come off. Kaylin then starts this game. Antonia Maponya, I hope that in this game she has just a little bit more personality on the pitch. I think she was hiding a lot in that game, obviously as somebody who's debuting in that left back role. Umhlongo, I also want to see what's going to happen there, because we did have Uchus, of course, making 100th cap, but Uchus and Umhlongo didn't quite seem to interact very well. You know that Banyana Banyana has been using that Sundowns defense for a very long time, but this, of course, were 2 UWC players that were coming in, and let's see how they fare when the goalkeeper changes and you don't have that Sundowns thing available there for that. Okay, so, oh, wait, before I forget something. So SABC Plus, guys, SABC Plus, SABC Sports website. It might even be on the Facebook page at SABC Sports, but here comes Banyana Banyana. Another big thing is Ulinda. Having Linda playing that 6 role, I'm not really comfortable with it. I don't like it that much for her to be that deep, because I feel like Ulinda is a lot more active and better when she pushes up the pitch and she's playing in the 10. But since Urifilo was out for a little bit, Urifilo Jane captain, they had to come back and actually play her there because Nobiana was also out. So I think she wants to make that role hers, but we'll see how she plays with Umtandi, because Umtandi, like I said, in the second half, willing to drop back, willing to get the ball, willing to play it up, willing to connect, really active there in the base of that midfield. So I want to see how she goes with Umtalo. I'm expecting a very ball-playing centric mid there, and Ukasane, we'll see how she fits into this, because according to the lineup, she's on the right. But let's see what's going to happen there. Tato, Banyana's playing. Why was there no advertising? Guys, Retlaring. They never advertise for them. Mukone, welcome. Bong says, thank God I have a Skyworth Smart TV. Tanko! Yeah? I shouldn't have said the brand name because they're not paying me, but Tanko. Masi, how are you? And thank you for the gift. Welcome. I always ask Masi because Masi knows more than me about this stuff. Please follow Masi, Clara. Please follow people that cover these games. Stephanie, Siwe the first, I think it is on TikTok. It's not on TV. It's not on TV. It's on the SABC Plus app and the SABC Sports website. That's where you'll find this game if you do want to watch it. As Qasane causes a foul there on the left-hand side. Banyana 1-0. Guys, how do you feel this game is going to end? Please let me know there in the comments. And remember, halftime, I'm going to let people in, 5 people in. We're going to have a conversation about what we've seen in the first half. And you do that by joining me live on TikTok. Bottom of your screen, there's a button that says multi-guest. You click on it, you request, I let you in, and we have a conversation. Then I'm looking for 15,000 likes. So if you could please, guys, do me the favor. Yahoo Tata Scream. I misled people most saying it's on. It's not on SABC3 apparently. Wait, let me check. Because now when I checked, SABC3 was like, we're not doing that on the scheduling. Oh, okay. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, SABC3 is showing Hollywood Buzz. Hollywood Buzz. 6 minutes in, 0-0. You see, I've got my phone here. Banyana is the most successful footballing team we produced. Why are we treating them like this? It's because we don't take them seriously. That's why. It's because we don't take them seriously. Safa, the country, we don't take them seriously. But you'll celebrate an Olympic gold medal in a sport that you don't watch. Mara Banyana, no. But it's okay. I see Kolapo. Okay, so it seems like we have a rotating mid. Wait, see, this thing of having half 8s and half 6s. Umtanti, like I said, was so good in CDM. She's now pushed forward. She's playing more of a 10-ish 8. And Qasane, maybe because she's the more experienced player, is coming back to come and pick up this ball. I don't like it either way. I think Umtandi should be playing this ball. Umtandi. SABC Plus app. That's where we're watching the game. You can watch it on SABC Sports as well. SABCSports.com. I remember waking up at 1 during the New Zealand World Cup, making a comeback against Argentina. That World Cup was fun. That World Cup was fun. And no one believed. I think it was 3rd place Sweden, 16th place Italy or Argentina, and then 28th placed Italy or Argentina. I'm mixing up the two. But Banyana should not have, well, like on paper, they should not have been close. Made it to the knockouts. Torres says, I believe in them. Guys, score predictions, please. Okay, 8 minutes in. Banyana free kick on the right-hand side of their attack, left-hand side of Morocco's defense. Just, if you think of a line on the top of the box, just before that. Oh no, actually it's in mid. Let's see. They played in. Floated in. The ball's floating. Oh, wait. It keeps cutting. It keeps cutting. Tsarela says 3-0. We almost beat Sweden. We beat Italy and drew Argentina. I was so happy. And you know what's funny? They only beat us because as South Africans, and even with our football teams at times, men's football teams at times, we struggle with one thing. High ball. Crosses, set pieces. We struggle. I bet you at over 1.5 goals. Yo. I don't know about that. No, Moodley is not starting. It's Swart Maponya Mhlongo Mukoma, Dlamini Zondi Mtandi Mutlalo, Salgado, Magia, and Qesan. The game is not televised. It's on SABC Plus and SABC Sports. It's digital only. Alright, guys, I'm gonna ask there in the comments. Please tell the people how it goes. Hey, saying this over and over and over again. Aye. Yeah. Oh yes. No, Salgado. Yeah, Salgado Murele. The marriage. At least put in both surnames. Isn't it both? Are they both? Aren't they both? Didn't they both double barrel? You would think that all the coaching staff would try to phase out or minimize the set piece issue. I think it's tough for a couple of reasons. I think it's tough because size-wise, obviously, as South Africans, we're short, right? So we're always going to struggle with that in general, even in the guys' game for the most part. But then also, I think with Banyana Banyana, there's only so much change you can make with the players that you have there, right? And we had been basically riding that golden generation for a very long time. So I think that was the issue, to make sure that we don't fix those things. I have always said that if you want to win set pieces, or you want to win at defending set pieces, my coaches, when I was coming up, used to say the biggest thing that you don't do is allow the person to get power. So you're not allowing somebody to run in and header the ball, or really put, hey, here comes Algeria, or really put power behind their balls, right? You have to try and stay on them, to try and make sure that they struggle to get to the balls, to get the headers and all of that stuff. So yeah. Okay, here comes Banyana Banyana. Mokom on the left-hand side. Banyana's playing so slow. Like, why do they play slow? We hold on to the ball way too much. And the midfield is not coming to the party here. We're again doing that thing where we're going to the wingers. What's interesting is that Mukoma is kind of doubling up on top of Umaponya as well on that side. And I think it's kind of clouding it. After Portia retired, I was like, how are we going to attack without her? Then boom, Khatan. Banyana's fire, guys. It's just that you need to figure out. This away kit is fire. I love it. Like, I have it. I was just wearing it the other day for idiski ringers. But I also had to take out this one. Go by the time. I mean, not time. Sorry, I had to take out this one because it's been sitting for a long time. And spend imali ukuzithenga lezinto. Mele sigqokiwe. 13 minutes in. Algeria are far more composed, but whatever chemistry issues that Banyana Banyana had in the first game, I think they're a little bit worse. They're not coming together in this game, which again is fine, since I mentioned all of the people who are making it into this team and the number of changes that Desiree Ellis has made. Let me do this. Let's send it down. It's so crazy. Fifi is going towards a 150th game. They're saying that Qesane, for example, has 58 under her belt. I find it strange that Nigeria is our kryptonite in football. Do you know what it is? My theory about South African teams is that we are we are stuck in Africa, and I'll explain. I think the type of football that a lot of our football teams play is more is more applicable off of the continent than on it, because excuse me. Ooh, let me get some water. Hang on. Actually, sorry guys, let me get some water. I swallowed wrong. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I was just coughing uncontrollably, so I needed to get some water. Okay, so my theory was that, in terms of South African football, it sometimes feels like we play a different football to the rest of the continent. The North plays a lot more disciplined. It may be boring, but they win by the 1-0. Sometimes it's a little bit messy. If you go to the West and other sub-Saharan Africa, other sub-Saharan teams, you find that they play a lot of physical game. So Nigeria, for example, in both men's and women's, a lot of the time, were the top of that physical game. And we just can't be pretty on the continent. But yet when you go out and you play the rest of the world, Shushan and piano works. Why would you shoot from there? Shushan and piano works. Shushan and piano goes toe-to-toe with a lot of the footballs in the world, but sometimes struggles when it comes to like a final versus the top teams on the continent. So I think we do have like a style thing in general that I think our teams would do well outside of African J. But obviously you're in the continent you're in. Look, now Salgado's playing 6. Mara, why likeletsa? Why ketsetsa man these players? Algeria is probably the most similar to us on the continent historically because they love flair. I'm just saying, like, you see how the world really loves Shushan and piano. I don't know if that works here, but then when our players face physical players, Bo Asisat or Shola, on the women's side, for example, hey, we struggle, hey? We struggle. That North African haram ball is strong. Why are you going to call it haram ball? I think you have to be realistic. The problem with us South Africans is that we really do believe that you need to play beautifully. You need to be technically gifted. All your players must be 9 out of 10s. It must be all of that stuff. When really you don't need all of that. Man, what's this gap here? Wait. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to fix this. Okay, there we go. Algeria has been attacking quite a bit because Banyana Banyana can't get to the halfway line and over it. No one is coming to help. Off topic, Salgado is a fire name. Tata says, Mofistin by Orlando Pirates will never forget. Here we go again with those beautiful football. We can't explain what it is. Cindy says all our players mele babe mnandi. No, and again, mina akunandaba nokuba mnandi or whether the players mele babe mnandi. My problem comes when you almost forgive your players for losing. You forgive your mnandi players babadliwa every single time, but then you hold your ugly players to a high regard. Or the bar for them is very high. Bongs, I don't believe in beautiful football, me. I believe in winning. The most beautiful football will win. Whoever wins. Look, and then we're playing long balls. Okay. Still not a nice shot, but okay. Too far away. Mokoma taking a shot. 17 years old, Mokoma. Seems like we're defending more than we're attacking. Yeah, Austria, it's weird, nah? I find it hard to believe that Croatia is better than South Africa in terms of football. Who's your Modric? I know it's an unfair question, but who's your Modric? Oh, Tooms. They have been restructuring. I wonder who's going to take it. Probably Nike. Well, lele. Magia is defending. Like, what is happening? Why would you start rotating players or rotating positions for no reason? So Olgado was in the middle now. Oh, Zondi. Zondi's struggling, eh? She's struggling. But she's also new. Masibo Zondi, where do they come from? Zondi, Mukoma, where are they from? What teams do they play for, if you know? Oh, Nanglamin. I hope he's getting paid. Zondi is UWC. Okay, okay. And Makoma? Oh, is it confirmed to be Nike? Okay. If you want to watch the game, SABC Plus, sabcsports.com. We are 22 minutes into this game. But guys, we saw it work in the second half last game. Can somebody come and fetch the ball, please? And there's nothing in the middle. Don't forget other teams get their players chosen for Banya. Don't other teams. It's tough because UWC is coached by Coach Tina, assistant coach. So usually that that continuity comes from them. But also, to be fair, I mean, Mamelodi Sundowns and UWC are usually the top teams. Sundowns more than anything, the Hollywood Bets. UWC is shaky, but they're usually the better of the teams. North African teams have lost that thing. Watch Downs tomorrow. Motivate Daily. Have you gained North African tendencies? Has Sundowns gained North African tendencies? Maybe that's the question. I want your perspective. Why do you think people dislike Swart? It's a perception thing. I think it's because we do like Udlamini more. Dlamini is a lot like the us that watches the football. But Kalen is not bad, man. Kalen was goalkeeper for the World Cup, if I'm not mistaken, because Andile did AFCON when we won the WAFCON. And then at the World Cup, it was Swart. Mukoma is JVW. Okay, thank you so much, Clara. I was watching JVW go Pirates Cup. I really want that jersey for my collection. I want to collect these jerseys. I really want that jersey. I saw Talia and Wazi wearing them. I really want one. Swart let in 7 goals at the World Cup in 4 games. but got to the court, got into the knockouts. I don't even know what teams are in the women's league. We can okay, let's look at it. I shouldn't be opening stuff. Okay, let me do this. So that everybody knows. Hollywood Bets Super League. They still haven't given us our accreditations that we applied for. Okay, let's look. This is probably going to be old because you never know what you're going to find here. Okay, so I'm gonna name them so that for the people who don't know them, I'm gonna name them. Tato, we've got Sundowns, of course, Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, JVW, TS Galaxy Queens, University of Fort Hare, UWC, TUT, University of Johannesburg FC, Copper Belts, UCT. Oh, UCT was so anyway. University of Pretoria, Azamvele Women's FC, Richmond United City Lads, First Touch FC Ladies, Royal AM and Durban Ladies. No, that's old. Oh, that's old. Wow. But that was 16 November. Okay, that's not too old. Hey, Banyana have not played here. Coach Dunga is UJ. Got to the finals of the Varsity Cup football. No, like I was like, hi man. But I did say it's probably old because finding anything live for the Hollywood Bet Super League, Clara. 1-on-1. Algeria in the box. It's on SABC Sports and SABC Plus. Kellen Swart having to save that ball. Thank you for the gift, Naledi and Masi. Former Sundowns coaches employed somewhere in Morocco after leaving under a storm. Yes, Coach Jerry. Coach Jerry is coaching. It starts with a C. Flip. They were a Champions League team. I don't know if it starts with a C. It's a light blue, man. Off the top of my head. Jerry. Jerry Shabalala. Let's see. Sporting Club. Yes, Sporting Club Casablanca. Sundowns Ladies is actually coached by Godfrey Sapula, Bukati. King Buka. There's no Abamakesi ladies, no. But remember, the regional Sasol League is very large. So, for example, Chiefs Ladies is there, Stellenbosch Ladies is there. Son is the goalkeeper coach. Off topic, actually diving into the history of the CAF Champions League, it said that we no longer goalkeeper kit is fire. Yeah, Kaylin. So 9 minutes in Algeria are way more open, they've been way better in this game. We can't attack. We can't even come together and string a few passes together. Then we play that long ball. Ah, I'm tired of it. The historical teams from the West, Central, and East performing at their best. Motivated. Sapula dropped the standard. Downs couldn't go past the group as defending champions. True. And UWC couldn't qualify. And Mara, that tournament was a lot. Yeah, Safa's timing for these games sucks. Could have played at 6. Hey guys, Pella, when you say it's a 3 o'clock kickoff, le bana ba khutle dikolong ka dinako tsena. Yo, Safa. 31 minutes in, it is 0-0. Do you think of those regions kept up with the Champions League, we would know how to better handle West African national teams? Problem is that West African national teams don't play with regional players usually. That's the issue. New FIFA rules dictates that there must be a woman in the coaching team. I just hope they're given proper chances instead of it being like a quota thing. And if you look at like women's football here, there's a lot of great coaches. Coach Dunga, Coach Modi, Coach Tina Sonke, so many. Boko Shoti, those are just the famous ones. Boko Shoti. "32 minutes in, it is 0-0. I'm not gonna lie to you. Algeria has been playing way better football, but they keep rushing that final shot, that final decision. I was gonna say Coach Lulu is my fave. Yeah, Coach Shoti. She was coaching the under-17s, right, Masi, Clara? Ball played through. Hey, Mukoma making a run. Mara, these long balls are killing us. Hey, Tato, good luck. Good luck, Tato. It will be difficult to grow women's soccer. No sponsor due to lack of support from the fans. We had this conversation last week. I don't really want to we'll probably make a day of it and have a proper topic for it. But people don't even know. Motivate Daily, people didn't even know this match is playing. Didn't even know at all. And when it's on SABC Plus, Hashem. But we are 34 minutes in, it is 0-0. Oh, Mararev. Mararev. I know Kalen is probably a better distributor of the ball than Andile. But playing these long balls doesn't help anyone. And we're really struggling to get past that halfway line. It's so tough. Here we go. It's not televised, it's on SABC Plus. Might just get a jersey with Salgado on the back. I want a JVW jersey. Because I can't get a Sundowns jersey, Sundowns ladies jersey. Because there's no way to tell the difference. I'm still one that says Sundowns ladies should have 2 stars on top of their badge there. Just to differentiate from the men's. So I can put on the back... not Rabale, man. Why am I forgetting my fave? I'm forgetting my fave. Why am I forgetting my fave? Is she still with Sundowns, Clara? No. Motivate Daily. It's not even that. I know a lot of the people from JVW. Even Janine. Janine used to play in Springs, by the way. So she used to play for Springs Home Sweepers, the team that used to have a deal that had the team that Chiefs had a deal with. Yes, cash for the ladies team. JVW, Janine van Wyk, used to come in with her parents. So I used to play for the men's team at the time, but it was like under 13. She used to come in with her parents. Her parents used to drop her off, go complex, sport complex, go Tema. If you know Tema, you know sports complex. So there's a tie there. Like I said, Talia, Wazi, even Kaylin. I interviewed Kaylin. One of my first interviews. I knew Chiefs is in the mix. No. Chiefs tried to buy JVW, didn't they? But I wonder if that Sundowns jersey could get 2 stars to differentiate. I would probably get it. No, Janine van Wyk. Janine van Wyk played for Home Sweepers. Sorry guys, I need to get my fave. I forgot my fave. Tolagele! There we go. That's what get Tolagele or Rabale. Tolagele or Rabale. That's what get. This squad is huge. Kukudlamini kiwa yuche. I'm looking at the Sundowns squad. Yo. 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. 30 player squad. Yeah. Malube Kutsalo. JVW feeder team for Sundowns. Be honest, there's an actual feeder team for Sundowns. An actual one. Mara, let me not say anything. Let me not say there's an actual feeder team. Real one. But isn't it out? No, it's out. Yeah. No, still let me not say it. if she was, if Rabale was from thingy, SA. Le, not Tolagele. Tolagele is not a South African either. And get a number 18, Donnelly. She hasn't been able to play Go Downs. She was injured. Kibua Kadi Stalwart. "40 minutes in. Algeria getting a little bit tired. This thing keeps jumping. Salgado offside. So they don't have a problem once the ball is in the attacking spaces. They have a problem getting the ball from the defense to there. I like the maturity of Banyana goalkeepers after the favoritism scandal during the World Cup. It is what it is. Remember, Andile was on strike. She was one of the loud voices when they weren't getting paid properly. I still feel like it was a punishment for that. Oh! No, offside. Offside. Mudele Salgado puts it in. Tarabon. When the ball played in, it's fine. It can't be offside. It can't be offside. She was behind the ball after the touch. I got two players go Sundowns. I love Donnelly and Ludwig. The newcomers, the newbies. You don't like the team that won 2 stars. You must put a mirror behind you and say you were not aware. I'm not saying anything. It's on SABC Plus, guys. SABC Plus or the SABC Sports website. Not me celebrating forgetting I'm in a meeting. I know, Sindo Emetse. Nothing from me. Nothing from my side. That can't be offside. That can't be offside. It's not offside. Even if the touch happened, she's behind the ball. No, my gaming chair is old. It's very old. It's very old. Right now I've got a vice grip that's stopping it from sagging. Now, Malume Kusa, this game is a little bit worse than the other one, actually. But Coach Des put in a lot of new people, so that, to be fair. Hey, Maranox, Tanuk cute, Nox. Oh, play the ball. Abba? Oh, I just work here. You see, Cindy, I know. Nothing from me. Click. Click. Ha 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 ha. Funny. Click. Okay, why now? Yeah, no, that golden gen. Banyana Banyana national team is very weak without Tembi. Yeah, it's because, as Clara's saying there in the comments, it's because we relied so much on that golden generation. Nabo Tembi Khata, Nabo Hilda, Jermaine, Refilwe, Linda still there. We relied on that defense, Yabo Juicy, Nabo Ramalepe. we haven't created space for new players to actually play. And now I think they're getting that space, so it's going to be a little bit rough. Yes, back at Banyana, Veronica Pewa was my fave. Nah, Mr. Homie. Mr. Homie, Amanda Dlamini. One of the coolest people I know. That's Utoki. Safa's killing us. Nothing is working. And they're just going with these long balls now. And you can hear the crowd getting behind them at times. But the problem is carrying the ball from their half into the other half is tough. The only way they're getting those balls is to be pressing or to win it back when Algeria plays it back. But in terms of actually playing it up themselves, nothing. Captain Toki. We are in the last minute of add-on time. Tibang komrago. Okay, we're heading to halftime, guys. Please feel free to request so that we can have a conversation. But remember, you have to be following the account in order for you to be able to jump in and have the chats with me. Toki, every time she analyzes Chiefs, it rings. Last derby, she was there. The 3-0, she was there. She was one of the analysts on the pitch. Okay, here comes a free kick for Banyana. Okay, it looks like half time. Feel free to request, guys. Yes, she's brave. Mukoma's very brave. They're just not getting the ball in the right spaces. Guys, I need a second. Let me just check something. Guys, feel free to request. I need a second just to deal with some fatherly things. Okay. Yeah, but so far, in that half, Banyana Banyana really hasn't been coming together. And I really do think that midfield is the issue, to be honest with you. The midfield is the issue because they're not actually coming back to help. I was so excited to see Umtandi because at least Umtandi, in the game that she played last time, she was actually, well, in the second half she played, she was actually very active in getting that ball and they looked really comfortable. So I don't know why right now Linda's still playing at the base of midfield. And it feels like the newbies, your Maponyas, your Mtandis, those players are really being overshadowed by the more experienced players, which should be a little bit of an issue for Banyana Banyana, especially when you're asking the question about moving on. So that's something that I think a coach has to look at. It's also funny that, they're overloading a side when they're playing there with Abu Salgado, but it doesn't seem like they're overloading for a problem. And when they overload on that side, it's not like they're playing the ball there. A lot of split play there by that defense where they go a little bit wider, both of them. Mhlongo is looking a lot more comfortable. I think that's something you can say. She looks a lot more comfortable on the ball, way more comfortable than last time. But again, I don't think it's anything other than having to play with Sundowns' backline. And Sundowns' backline is comfortable, so they play that ball together. And she feels a little bit out of place, so it looks like she's out of place when they build up. But now, with Kaylin there, without everybody dropping in to try to get that ball, you're seeing a lot more, space for them to move the ball out. But again, there's no midfield engagement to come fetch the ball. How's Clara?
Hi, okay.
Keshapo guy.
Good thing. Overnight, the thing that is happening today, I was thinking of it last week when we were complaining about the old squad, and I was like, but, well, you always trust the coach, right? So in my head, I was thinking, if the coaches are still fielding the older players,
Yeah.
could it not be that then the newer, younger players are not, being competitive enough? Because I think when you understand this thing is that you get the lineup depending on how you perform during training.
True.
So it's kind of that thing, but I also wanted to say I like Mukoma. She's reminding me of Wendy, like, a young player that shows up and is like, hey, I don't care if I just arrived, I'm here and I will not be shaken, because like the way she moves and what is it, the arrogance, man, the power that she goes to the post with. Because even that kick, she was so far. For me, I was just like, oh, Amara, you are far. But at the end of the day, there was no one to give it to, so might as well kick it. So it's a newer team. They're not gelling.
Yeah. No, I wanted to ask you, Oscar, on the point that you're making of
go ahead.
The new players, and we complain about the golden generation. You have players like, let's say, Bowendi. You have players like Bowendi who are older, newer players who never quite got their shot. And it's now seeming that by the time it comes time for them to get their shot, Coach Desa can say babang, and it almost feels like inevitably we're going to go back again to the old ones.
Yeah, I think the coaching the national team is tricky, especially if you're coaching Banyana Banyana, who have the issues that they have. Because even, I think, last match, second half, and today, you're still talking about Ntandi. Ntandi is also a prime example of what you're talking about, of someone that, is priming late, but also priming and regressing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you remember, when we were trying to qualify for the Olympics, Salia Bawena, who made, I don't know if someone saw her or you, but here on the channel, somebody said Mutandi was giving out tickets.
Yeah.
So, like she was not even being considered as a sub or a possible someone that you will play, even if the game is disastrous to the point that she was out there, I don't know, doing a job that who must be doing.
Yeah.
But I think like Libo Wendy has had injuries.
Yes.
And she got the call up, so we can hopefully say she's back. But it's one of those things that Wendy gets injured, she's out for some time. Jane gets injured, she comes back before Wendy. So it's also, I think, a development thing where you kind of see that the time where Bojani were being cooked is slightly different from how the new generation is being developed.
Yeah.
Because the old generation is, in as much as we can say that the golden generation that should be phased out, they are still significantly better players.
Yeah.
Aside from their experience, how they handle these situations is still better than the generation that is coming in. But I also have like the cry of consistency, because you know how like it's difficult coaching the national team, but when you look at the COSAFA Cup team and
Yes.
this team, they're not communicating to one another, you know. So you think if you are limited with resources, you have your administration limitations, you're going to like have one feed the other a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, it's one of those things because like now I was looking at the COSAFA Cup team, and like I've always loved Asanda Hadere. So I was looking at her, I'm like, you know, I don't want to be one of those, hey, where's who? But when the COSAFA Cup team doesn't feed into the senior team, you kind of want to ask, why does it even exist? Particularly with Banyana Banyana, where the local teams also, like, you don't get to see them as much. I know there's a thing of Coach Des is at a lot of matches, but it's Hollywood bets also. It's not as televised. It's like, are we really saying she goes to these provinces, watches these matches physically? I don't believe it.
No, but you know what's funny? Do you know what's funny? When I actually met Coach Des, it was at the women's varsity football this past year, the one that was won by Coach Tina. And when I spoke to her, it seems like she's aware of everybody. Like she had a scouting report in her head of all of the players that were literally on the pitch for the varsity football. But then I always look at her and I'm like, Mara, Coach Des, if you know these people, why aren't you bringing them on? Because you look at, for example, I'm going to go a little bit past that COSAFA team. You look at a player like Gugu Dlamini. Yes, I'll use her. She was playing varsity football right now against Coach Tina, one of the star players from that tournament. Sundowns takes her now. But then you're like, if Coach Des has seen her, what is the prep looking like and what is the pipeline? Because we also used to complain about this from under 17 to under 20, all the way to Banyana. There was that under 20 team, Coach Modi, I think Dlamini in goal. And you're like, oh, guys, where are these people? Ludwig, where are these people? Why are they not coming in? And it feels like Coach Des, sometimes it feels like she does this so that she can go, and then go back to the old ones.
Yeah. I also think Renali, I don't know if it's a recruitment thing, because another goalkeeper, the JVW goalkeeper, I'm forgetting her name now. She's also very short. So you were talking about how we have a height issue. I was kind of like, I think, because now I was thinking to myself, maybe netball needs to donate to soccer. Because at this point, it's like soccer is only recruiting or having talented players that are really short.
Yeah.
And we are always going to struggle with that, because a good example is when you look at the Nigerian team, they are tall.
They're big,
and whenever we play against them, it's like the height disparity is so much that you're just thinking to yourself, what are they supposed to do, really? You cannot, compensate for that. But the thing with Buang, Coach Des, and having reports, I think it also speaks into why you will see similar players over and over again. And there will be there'll be questions about, so it's essentially a thing of, if the scout or the person that is putting together these reports don't see you or are not convinced that you can deliver something, then you're not going to make it. And it's kind of that thing to be like, again, I say, these teams, if you are limited, you at least need to be efficient. One team has to feed the other. And it's with the golden generation also, though, I wonder if Rona as fans, we would stomach that, because you have to choose the same players over and over again. Now, in building another golden generation, I feel that the change has been too much. You see Ludwig and then you don't see her.
Yeah.
And it's that thing to be like, obviously, it's a bigger stage when you're at national team. Also better here and there. Are they being given enough call-ups and enough time on the pitch to, get used to this thing, deliver? Because again, I know we say it, bafana, you can't go to the national team and be given a chance. But with Banyana Banyana, given that we don't have a professional league,
Yeah.
when we show up there, you are really fielding someone that has so much going on aside from football. So I wonder, in our building of another generation, are we giving these players enough call-ups, and are they playing enough to be able to say, okay, this is now our solid, second generation team?
But I feel like, I feel like when you look at it also, I think this is an SA problem because similar problems exist ko Bafana Bafana. Like, for example, you have a whole under 20 AFCON winning team and you never see them afterwards. I don't think one outside of Tyler Smith being called up. So do you think that it is something that we should be looking at as a country to say we have such talented, really young players, but hey, you still have to call Tembazwani and those guys, and maybe people have to come in and pick the youth and maybe make the decision to say, you know what, guys, this is going to be our team for the next 5 years, even with the women. Great that Abolinda are here, great that Abo Hilda are still available, but we need to go the next 5 years, these are the people. Is that something that SAFA is overlooking, or do you feel like just pick whoever's the best and go with it?
I think we are. I think administratively, either the coaches or SAFA or the two combined, they respond. When I look at how the teams get, like the team players get called up, it's like they're picking whoever is showing up at that present moment, even for matches that are not consequential. Because for me, it's like, it's a friendly. Use it to build. I get it when, if you go to a WAFCON, you're going to pick the players that are at their peak at that time. It's fine. I can say that. I can take that because at that point, you're not trying to get someone that is still warming up. But when you're going to play in Algeria and it's a friendly and it's 2 matches, you have all the opportunity to say, I think even in the COSAFA Cup, when they were playing the final, the senior team players, the regular ones, they went to support. Do the same setup. Have them come up to support and have 2 totally different teams that are playing in both matches. In that way, at least you can say, if it doesn't pan out that you have another golden generation, you can at least say you tried. Because it really does not make sense how you can say a player is good enough to be called for under 20, or for a COSAFA Cup team, but they're not good enough to make a second team to the senior team.
Especially a COSAFA team that Coach Des herself said she got to watch quite a bit closer since that postponement of the WAFCON.
Yeah.
But anyway, Clara, changes in prediction for you in the second half?
I don't know. I think we will get something in. I'm just not as confident as I was last week. I think last week we had more control of the game. Again, Algeria today is looking a bit stronger.
Yeah.
They're really coming at us.
Yeah.
So I think we will win or we'll draw. As far as the changes go, I just wish players that haven't gotten playing time in this collab get playing time. Because at the end of the day, it's that thing. Can we have another solid team that is outside of the senior players that we already know they can deliver? They are there. It's fine. So I think I would say that in terms of subs.
Okay. Outside, thank you so much for keeping me company.
Alrighty.
We're going back to those days, 32 a.m., 3 a.m. Hey, these times, it's on. But it's thank you so much, Clara. Guys, the game has kicked off. Feel free to request if you want to also just speak about the game itself or things around the game. I do also welcome that. I just need another second very quickly so I can get this one his food and he can eat. Oh, Marasa, for 3 o'clock games, Libona. Yeah. Yeah, so look, basically what happened in that first half for me was that you really seeing the chemistry not be there. I said it even last week, not last week, the last game that they had, that there was some chemistry that looked like it was missing. But they were able to find that goal through much here, even though they didn't create that much outside of when your Hilda Machias came onto the pitch. And Hilda comes on and, rolls back some of those years. And she missed quite a few chances, to be fair, in front of goal that were created out top. But I thought we would have seen more of that second half Banyana Banyana team from that first game than this Banyana that we're seeing now, that are struggling to come together. They're struggling to put together the passes. They're struggling to understand each other even. So that's going to be interesting. Another big question that we really do have to ask is Coach Des. I love Coach Des. She wins a lot. But could this be a symptom of not being able to evolve with the times? So as much as we love Banyana, we all understood that, in recent years, the backline plays ball. The backline plays ball, the backline is comfortable, the backline can play out, the backline can do all of those things. Then you have Fifi, who was the connector of all of this stuff, who was the connector of all of this. Then you sort of had a front four, front five, that you could throw the ball. And Jermaine will come up with something, Tembi will come up with something, Hilda will come up with something, Linda will come up with something. You could just throw that ball forward. You could even count Labos Salgado that are here as well, Mudli Salgado. So I'm sitting back and I'm going, could this be also a symptom of not only should we be moving away from the golden generation, should we be moving to a different football? There were conversations when Coach Jerry was still in charge of Sundowns, during that Rulani era. It was a 3-4-3. They were playing flowing football. Like I said last week, in the second half, they kind of opened up, spaced up. They were trusting each other with the ball. They were playing the ball through. They looked a lot more open. They were stretching that Algeria defense. Hilda was getting inside. Isn't that what you're looking for now? As Algeria get the header, they're starting. They're starting to cross that ball. They're starting to cross that ball. And Tina, and crosses are shame. Look at the placement. So that's another question. Now, again, I'm not saying that Coach Des should go. And to be fair, her coaching staffs have always been made up of people who are modern. Coach Shoti was a modern coach who had come from coaching the youngsters at under 17, a little bit more technically gifted. You have our Coach Tina, as I said, Coach Tina, coaches varsity football. Then she goes and coaches Hollywood Bets. Then she goes and coaches She goes and coaches Champions League even, right? Those are modern coaches. But do they have room here, or do their voices get heard? Or are they just not cracking it at the highest level? Because even if you do complain about Coach Des, how many elite national team coaches do we have? To be fair, how many exist in the world? How many coaches have won 4 back-to-back Coach of the Year awards, things like that? How many? So there's also that aspect. It's very interesting to see Banyana Banyana, especially from a team that has been self-sustaining for a very long time without having the resources and all of that. But anyway, they're showing us just replays of the cross and the header. Algeria heading the ball just wide from one of their crosses. Oh, hayo Banyana. Hayo Banyana. If Algeria don't win this game, they're going to be very angry at themselves. For sure. What? There's somebody here who wants to watch TV and is looking at me weirdly. Okay, 50 minutes in. Look at how Algeria is putting it together. They really are going for this white ball. At this rate, I don't see Banyana in Brazil. They'll probably be in Brazil, but I don't know what they're going to do at the World Cup. Here they come on the counter. Left-hand side of defense, pushing with Magia. Oh, Bukoba. Mukoma. Just losing sight of the ball there. "52 minutes in, it is 0-0. Let's see. No changes up to this point. Those watching on Facebook, guys, you can watch the game on SABC Plus. Okay, here comes Algeria on the right-hand side. They have chosen to play a front four. Two players that are going to be taking advantage of... Two players that would be taking advantage of Mhlongo and Dlamini there in the center. Especially knowing the height gets into this. I just wanted to pull up the subs. Okay, so on the subs bench, you've got Ramalepe Makama, Mbane, Jane, Dlamini, goalkeeper, O'Malley, Pila, Mpelo, Mzobe, Nicole Michael, Shongwe, Wendy, and Muletsane as the second goalkeeper. Okay, wait. Algeria scores, but it's ruled offside. Okay, wait. Let's see. That's not offside. That's not offside at all. No way.
Corruption is not bad. Corruption is only bad if I'm not involved.
Yes.
But if I'm part of that corruption, I'll defend it.
We robbed them there. Algeria finds the back of the net, but it's recalled for offside. Let's see. Idlalago SABC Plus, SABC Plus, SABCSports.com. 54 minutes in, it is 0-0 still. No VAR. VAR, Kingswell never. VAR wouldn't work at Kingswell, but they are working on a VAR Lite that is cheaper. Less cameras and all of that, but it's cheaper. If FIFA could allow, you would just ask Supersport to show you, or not to show you, but to give you access. No, there is a VAR Lite, actually. It's like a mobile. So they saw that a lot of countries were complaining because of how much VAR costs. All right, so remember there's a huge setup fee. And then after that, it costs about, I think they said 20,000 a game in order to maintain. So FIFA decided that, no, you know what? One of the options we're going to bring in is a VAR Lite. So instead of 32 cameras, 16 to 32 cameras, you only have 8 strategically positioned cameras. And you use those 8 in a setup that you can literally take from stadium to stadium, right? Or at least set up a couple of days before you need to use it. So it does really exist. It is a lot cheaper, but you know, one of the big things about VAR is that they wouldn't be able to put it into Kings Welitini because Kings Welitini doesn't comply with some of the things that are wanted. So remember, that's one of the big problems again with bringing VAR into the country, is that it is literally that it's only a few stadiums that passed that VAR check. If you remember, Lucas Moripe had some problems. You know, the other stadiums, like you couldn't find it, you wouldn't be able to use it Komhlatuze, you wouldn't be able to use it Ko Princess Makoko, let's say, on Monday, where Banyana was playing. So these are all considerations. Bo Loftus, Bo FNB, Bo Amstel Arena, Moses Mapita, I don't know, DHL Stadium, all of those places would be places that maybe pass the requirements needed for VAR. So it's not just you plug it in J because you want to see something. You actually have to do. Okay, so Mukoma, Mtandi, Dlamini are making their way off of the pitch. Ramalepe, Shane, Mbane have made it on. So this is what I was saying about Coach Des. It feels like Coach Des goes, no matter, I gave you your people. You wanted your people. I gave you new people. I played the new guys. Let me go back. I'm going to go back now. But let me go back. Let me go back to the tried and tested. But I guess, is that maybe something that 5 subs affords you? To be allowed to change games like that? Okay, here we go. Maponya on the side, venturing a little bit more forward than she would before. Now 1-2 top of the box. Aye. Nazo, old card. Nazo, now Machia scoring again. Machia scores her second goal in as many games. Banyana Banyana leading 1-0. Banyana Banyana lead 1-0. Here's the guys, the old guard steps onto the pitch and then all of a sudden, Tabiseng is able to score. You see, Coach Des is looking at all of us going, Nyabon Amar, Nyabon. Nyabon. Ramalepe assisting on the left-hand side, funny enough. Utla 1-2 thing. Limang, Linda. Linda went 1-2, Zwagala Ntwana. So comfortable. I've got the feeling I'm comfortable. Fifi's behind me. What a finish, though. Also, by the way, what a finish by Machia. Oh, what? No, that luck is crazy. It's not luck, it's experience. It's experience. We can still score more goals here. As Algeria goes on the counter, they keep trying to chip Caitlin. Like Caitlin, you might not trust her, but also you can't just be thinking that you're going to chip her and share. But it is pulling a Hugo on us. Yeah. Mbabonil. Lawan Ben. Yeah, Coach Des must change. Coach Des must change. Go Pila. Look at the overload. Look at the overload. Well done, defense. Well done. But you can't leave the defense bare like that, especially when you've got 5 people running at you. Kifonelwa ki mang. Throw in Algeria. Okay, so now that we've got this 1 goal, how are you guys feeling? 60th minute, it is 1-0, Banyana Banyana. Ow, juice. Okay, let's see. LM10. Kio Fifi. And the way Fifi was running that midfield in the Pirates Cup. Oh. Both teams choosing to play very high lines. Very high lines. Have yet to be caught out on both sides. Algeria obviously looking more dangerous since they're committing 4. I'm watching it on SABC Plus. SABC Plus, the app. See, the app. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Next thing I get banned. Yes, I will be live tomorrow at 3. I will be here, Fizile. But we're supporting our ladies today. I just want to get something. Also, Chiefs is also playing at 5:30. What happened to Talia Smith? Everybody was asking about her. She might even be watching, who knows? Let me see. Okay, Barry. Is she with Tax Ladies? No, she's not with Tax Ladies. Is she? Right now? Yeah, she's not there. "63 minutes in, remember? Banyana are 1-0 up versus Algeria. She's with UCT. Okay, Dimpo. There we go. Yeah, it does say that. We're learning, guys. We're learning. Not we have to learn, Pella. We don't know everything. My introduction to women's sports has to be... Okay, so obviously I told you guys about Bochanin van Rijk training that side. A lot of the Banyana players used to play for Skeshe, for example, because Skeshe at the time was Banyana Banyana head coach. So that's where my love for this for them comes from, because basically Masonke was Skeshe. You know, Springs Home Sweepers was a very big women's team, and we used to see the Banyana players quite a bit, and also watch their games, watch club games before our games. We all used to play on the same day, on the same set of fields, Go Complex. So it starts there. But then most recently it was the Champions League, I'm not going to lie. Because the problem with Hollywood Bets is that it's at the same time as PSL. So Tina, who are live, you can't necessarily watch it. Another very weird choice. But I guess SABC needed something for that time since they don't have the rights to PSL games. Budule. Hey, Banyana. Banyana's not playing in this game. They keep looking for that magic long ball that comes from halfway line all the way through. And it's not getting there. Have you ever saw North Korean women team play? Masale, no, I haven't. Do they have one? Look, you're going to go all the way wide. And then, for no reason, there we go, take it away. Unoxolo, man. Hey, noxolo. Very cute, but can't, like, very cute on the ball. She tries to flick, she tries to be fancy, but can't, you know. And that's probably her second or third foul. I would expect a card coming soon. It was Magia who scored. Algeria with the long ball. Yeah, no, now they're starting to lose the plot. I guess it's good to play North African teams, because that's who you're probably going to face a lot of the time. But I can tell you this, Bo Tagnaut would be eating here. Some of our experienced players don't play like they're experienced. Ish. Now I'm often critical of Unoxolo. That's who I'm most critical of, because I'm expecting so much from her, especially in the starting role. In the starting role, she was one of those players that actually got the chance to, you know, come in and actually play, unlike the others who are veterans, but they're veterans who don't touch the pitch. You see, that's what she does well. Just the little touches. So usually she plays on that side. Is Tembi still playing? Yeah, she is still playing Masale, but she's injured, I think. But she's injured. 70 minutes in, we've got 20 minutes left of this game. Banyana Banyana 1-0 up due to a Magia goal. Magia scoring her second goal in as many games. I told you about this one more over 1.5. Yeah, over 1. I told you. Yeah, the Algeria coach is just changing now, everything. Oh, cooling break. What's also very tough about this game is that it's a game that is happening, May, June. That is happening about 2 months before the actual WAFCON. So I wonder if anything you learn from this game can be applied to WAFCON. Because 2 weeks from now it's going to be very different, and we've got one more game after that before we go to AFCON. Great finish, Majia. Put you over 1.5 on Sundowns tomorrow. We're taking them to the cleaners. Yay! Canada is sold out. Mara, why is Fifi playing in a double XL? What's happening? The way that jersey was a 10 in the first game. This one's not as bad, but still. I choose. Choose. Since no one has said it, when it comes to the yellow, Lecoq is better than Adidas. I like the black. I never got that black jersey, Malume Kutso ya Banyana. I wish they could get their own jersey. That's the one I wanted so badly. Sakala, about you not being on Twitter. I actually spoke to someone about that. Now I keep getting suspended on Twitter. I don't know why. Hey, Wena. Hey, press with caution. Kina number 10 or no? LM10. I respect you. I respect you. Hey, Linda. I believe she just won the Scottish Premier League, the Scottish Women's Premier League. She plays for Glasgow, I think. Oh, Muletsane getting a chance to play goalkeeper from the University of Fort Hare. Kaylin, Utlagr Kaylin. Yeah, let them play. Sure, Wendy's on. But Linda gets so happy when Fifi. Yes, Clara. Comfortable. Wendy's not with Amatak. She's with Sundowns. Hey, Mara, these commentators. I think O'Malley's has come in. Okay, 15 minutes of the game left. Hey, pass! Hey, Maponya with a through pass. Marawendi. There's a player by the name of Bonolo. What's your surname? Malume Kutz, I don't think so. What's your surname? What's the surname? Masala says, last question. Which team do you think will be easy for us in the CAF final? Rabat or Berkane? Berkane has beaten a South African team in a final before. Not the Champions League, but the Confed. Rabat... Rabat, they know Sundowns. Weren't they in a group with Sundowns? They were in a group with Sundowns. Look at what happens when you spread the game a little bit. Look at what happens. It's on SABC Sport and SABC Plus. But Rapat plays ball, says Untando. Are you scared? Huh? Wacheka? Yeah?
Bathi ukusheka ngesizulu nje.
Oh, khakhazela.
Why are you khathazeling, my brother? Relax, go.
I know you might not take the group stages seriously, but I think what I'm saying is that that's probably going to be a team that doesn't fear you. Hey, my earphones are dying. Ow, Rama, yellow card. I see. That was soft. That was so soft. It's the last 12 or so minutes. Too rough. The rule of appealing red cards applicable in CAF for it's only Europe. Everywhere. You can apply it anywhere. You can appeal most things. I'm not sure about the other competition rules, but a lot of the competition rules still give you 24 hours to lay any complaints. Okay. To who? Why are we crossing? I don't understand why they're crossing. It doesn't make sense. We are small, we are short. You wait until the defense is set before you try play a ball in. That doesn't work. It's raining. Ah, you see, play knocks there. That's where I would play Knox. I don't know what Knox is doing on the inside. The formula is simple. Rama on the right-hand side, pushing up a little bit. Knox probably playing in front of her, spreading the defense thin, playing balls in, through, and behind. Come on, guys. Why were we so bad in the first half? Oh, but then there's the problem. Rama high. There's the cross. Ah, yeah. Let's go, Wendy, let's go. Ay, man. And Wendy was such a star. Yo. Like, for those who don't know, Wendy had her face on the side of the Tux buses, the Tux HPC buses. Linda fouled. We have about 10 minutes left of this game. Also, Rama is so good for Africa, Mara world stage. Yeah, Malumakutsa, that's what they struggle with. But Rama wasn't so bad. World Cup. Oh, they're changing even the goalkeeper. Mshai is not warm. Mshai, she must just get hit first. Really impressed with Maponya. Yeah, more of a game today. I still feel like I want to see more though. Honestly speaking. But she's solid though. I think Maponya is very solid. She doesn't move around too much. There's a shot. They're so comfortable in the second half. This idea of the golden generation is the one, eh? Here comes Zondi. Lady of the match, you gotta give it to Machi. I have to. Gloria Brown, busy talking of lipsticks. I can hear her. Play it! Play it! Play it! You're gonna play too late, my boy. You're gonna play too late, Antonia. Hey, Fifi. Corner. It's too easy for them. Mishak, easy. This has been a tough game. Algeria looked dangerous, but they just couldn't finish it. 86 minutes. Let's see. Corner. Banyana. I wonder if we could ever score a set piece. Oh, no. Oh, okay. There we go. I wondered and we did. O'Malley scores. O'Malley scores. 2-0. Shakira O'Malley. No, I mean FIFA and Linda in that midfield, they make it look easy. Oh, okay. But what's funny is that in the first half they weren't playing, and we're literally having a conversation that what happens when they come in? Do they go back to, or not when they come in, when it gets late in the game, do you go back to the old school or do you try fit in the new school? And the old school, of course, would be Linda and Fifi in this case. I still feel like Linda should be a 10. Ah, wena bongs. Wena bongs good. Tsiba hantle. Oh, the size of Fifi's kid. Oh, okay, 1.5. Actually, earring at Iabua 1.5. Chalate again. I won't lie, I was scared. Scared money don't make money. Gotta see that again. Was that really offside? She's a pure 10. Don't say that, Box. I'm not gonna say that. Sorry, James. No one habla español here, unfortunately. But welcome. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Wow, is Facebook that far behind? Guys, for those who are on Facebook, yeah, Pusa is the one, eh? Hello, Tint. Six minutes to be added on. Play her in the 10. Now I've been saying about her. You see, they're crossing. They're crossing. They're crossing. She's playing for, according to Google, she's playing for Liga MX Mexico feminine side, Mazatlan Femenil. Mazatlan is the one that Hilda was at as well, wasn't it? Or is she back? Hi, man. These things have not been updated, no? Wait a second. No, Mazatlan. Mexico. Oh, no, wait. Let me check her twin. Her twin, sorry, yes. Not Kolo plays there. It's not Kolo. Okay, never mind. Sorry about that. Knox is at Sundowns. No was Mexico. I was actually looking at the Sundowns ladies team. Oh guys, that team is deep. Missed a huge chunk of the game, but good score. We'll wait to hear the post-match. Yeah, well, we're 4 minutes away. 2-0, Banyana Banyana. Ay, man. Yeah, no, Clara. She really does come alive, eh? She really does come alive. Linda. When Fifi's there, she really does come alive. Oh. Malome Kuzo. It's
Fair Mr. Uti.
Ke shapo kae ba?
O tshwara off guard ke le offside.
Le nna ke maketsa ke re a go dlala Banyana batho ba batle go kena man.
Since ke shapile run. Are you good, Mr. Uti?
I'm good, man. Rawin, at least.
A confession is that I watched the game here on Overthinking, nah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I watched the game because I knew what to expect. And it hurts that Africa is catching up with us. And we're not catching up with the world like that because I feel like maybe 2.5 years ago, if not 3, the score could have been 5 maybe.
Yeah.
To Banyana Banyana. So Butimbi Khatala, and we're not moving any further away from the rest of Africa. And I look at the rest of the world, they're not as superior. Bayabambega.
Yeah.
With the momentum that we had, if this applies some more pressure, found other avenues. Top 8, Mr. Uti, could have been guaranteed with every World Cup qualification. Top 8.
Yeah.
You understand? But we're not serious grassroots wise. I do watch grassroots football. In as much as at some point I was very excited. It's also getting boring for every final when it comes to anything below under 21. Actually, let me also include under 21. It was the first time I saw a different team other than JVW and Sundowns in the final. It's always 3 teams: JVW, Sundowns, UJ. Last 4, there's Vets who hardly make it to the finals. It's always these 3 teams: JVW, Sundowns, UJ. Much Unit Development Football. So I feel like at least now there's TS Galaxy. Shout out to them for winning a Pirates Cup. But I don't know in terms of development with Bamenganjan. I think my teams need to step up. There are other teams which I could mention, but I think it would be unfair on them in terms of hardworking financial muscle. I think King Durban ladies, Bo Panorama, Bo Marentia, but they wouldn't have the financial muscle to really contribute like that to South African football. And at least Kaizer Chiefs young in a match. Hi guys, this season, guys. this petty line grain buffet. And Bonnie and Saineno showed, if you remember, I did speak about the show a long time ago when she was still under 12. And I'm happy that it Chiefs sign in. It's a good start. But all in all, it's been a disappointing trajectory for Banyana Banyana. It's not even linear. It's like plateaued. We've plateaued. I see Pambili, I see Mover. We're just waiting and waiting. We're just sitting ducks. It's disappointing.
Is it a lack of look? I know that when you know a lot about like the lower ranks, the younger ranks. Is it a case or talent itself has plateaued, or is it a case or the people who are picking the talent and bringing the talent through are not picking the right people?
I wouldn't say, because the lady I spoke about, Ubunolo, I saw her play and I was like, okay, she's one for the future. But I feel like talent, we don't take care of it. We don't know how to develop it. You mentioned something about Umbogazi. I think it's like that across. We're like, wow. Then she can play for Banyana Banyana. It's never okay, we found this talent, she's on Polishaganje to make sure that she reaches the top. You understand? It's like, for example, and another thing, which is disappointing, and sorry if it's offensive because it's borderline offensive.
Okay.
We don't even take note of her body structure. For athleticism, we can see what she's very good, this one player, but you can see what biologically she's going to have challenges. And it even happens with male figures. About Andy Lechali, with Patrick Pongwayus, we are one, okay, this one needs extra attention to say, Mamela, Wena, Umnandi, you need to live your life like this. For you to reach your full potential. You can't eat like this. And I feel like I can see it at grassroots level where I'm like, this girl Umnandi, but she needs to be put on a diet. And I repeat, it has nothing to do with gender, which is why I'm mentioning Andy Lechali. Blackburn Rovers did the same thing with Benny McCarthy, saying, hey, man, even one of the greatest to ever do it, suffered from that. R9, you understand? He suffered from that. So I feel like, even with ladies, I see some players, I'm like, you need to be on a strict diet right now because of your talent, because of where you can reach. So, yeah, disappointed, man. Bakona bamnandi from different backgrounds. We just need to be able to push them to greater heights. Our coaches at grassroots level, they're doing very well, but they just need to get an extra nyan. I feel like sometimes Matis or something, they just need to break the ceiling. But Bonabamnandi, Mr. Uti.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to risk being too critical. So yeah.
There's no such, but it's fine. 2-0. Banyana Banyana's won. I'm going to ask you a question. I know you didn't watch the game, but just lastly here. Second half, Amalechen came onto the pitch, and all of a sudden they looked more comfortable, more better, and all of that stuff. Is that a bad sign for Banyana heading into the WAFCON later in the year?
Given that some of the players are quite young, we can also take a leaf out of the Rilemufukeng Tempers one book and say, uyabafundisa. They're getting to learn at a closer view. I mean, they're getting a closer view. However, it's always been like that, Mr. Uti. We were blessed with a golden generation that was 6 years ahead of everyone else that they were playing with. I always said, if you remember, offensively that we had 6 players and the rest. And it's like that, Bamnandi. And you can see how their careers went when it comes to Linda, Utembi, you understand? Jermaine. You can see those 6 players. We can add Truce. I'm not sure if I used to count Truce as part of the 6, but you can see they were far greater than everyone else. And ultimately, Mr. Uti, it's showing. And I just hope they can contribute in terms of ukfundisa, in as much as maybe Bonabama 80, and then the girls coming in naturally ama 60. I just hope somehow they can bridge it. Labantwana babe ama 70 at least. You get what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. No. Madam Kusa, thank you so much for joining me. And guys, thank you to everybody that joined in the comments on Facebook and on YouTube, guys. If Chiefs, Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns, Banyana Banyana, Bafana are in action, we will be here. Banyana Banyana, 2-0 winners over Algeria with, they had moments in the second half that were better. But overall, it was a little bit of a disjointed performance. As Madam Kusa says, there is a little bit of a gap between us and the rest of the countries. I mean, lest we forget, Banyana Banyana is a number 2 country on the African continent. So they will be able to get away with things that other teams may not be able to get away with. So well done to Banyana Banyana, 2-0 versus Algeria. Lots of questions, but unfortunately the timing means that it might not mean nothing. It might not mean anything, especially because the tournament is 2 months away. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.